Yippee. Okay. Oops. Give me 1 second. Ugh, gross. I just need to access my actual tablet again, or else it'd be really awkward to draw, because I can't really draw that well with a mouse. Anyways, I am back again, because no one can escape me anymore. Ha ha ha. Anyways, let us draw. So today's theme is mermaid, because, I don't know, that's what the prompt list said. So I gotta draw a mermaid now. I'm, like, debating how I wanna, like, design the mermaid. But I'm not sure at the moment. Also, why am I, like, glitching? I feel like I'm, like, severely glitching right now. Anyways, let's do... Oh, oops, forgot to change my pen. Alright, I think first things first, we gotta, like, get a pose in, as per usual. I feel like mermaids, they both have, like, a very, like, dynamic amount of poses, and also, like, a very limited amount, because, like, their legs are all kind of stuck together, right? So you kind of have to move this as, like, one entity. But at the same time, because they're, like, usually underwater, you can also have them, like, upside down and, like, doing flips and shit. However, I think because of what I'm doing, I have to keep them in a much more, like, calm position, so that because it's mostly about the design in this. So I think we're going to do something like this. Let's have her neck go up here. Coolsies. How many ads can I run at myself before, like, I get kicked out? Anyways. Yeah, I feel like I'm just streaming at, like, really random times nowadays, but oh well. I try. No, I don't. In theory, I would try. Alright, I feel like the poses needs to be much more pushed. I don't know how to feel about the fact that only the top of mermaids can, like, move like a human. Well, not like I know how humans work anyways, so... Truly, there's only so much I can do. Yeah. Alright, let's have... Oh my god, my skin is so dry. Ew. Okay. What? Ew. Anyways. I'm gonna do a bit like this kind of pose. I think I'll have... Okay, I don't really know if I like the pose because it doesn't feel natural. But then again, she is a mermaid, so I guess nothing really is natural. No, I'm kidding. I don't like the hands poses right now. I'm gonna change that in a bit. But for now, I gotta get in the tail first. I'm gonna have it like this for now. I'm gonna draw the fins is definitely not the correct word for it. But the fins in afterwards. So I like the way the body is oriented this way, and I like the fact that the shoulder is up from here. But from this part, I need to also draw the rest of the body. Alright. We can have her arms just like kind of like out like that. And then she can just be like that. Okay, not like that. It'd be more like going inwards instead of out. Because if it's out, then it's like, yes, girl. Anyways. And I don't think that's the vibe that I want for a mermaid right now. Or I can have... I personally prefer when both arms are like in different positions. It just makes characters look better. I can have one of the hands going like this, where it's kind of like blocking. Like, how do I explain it? Like this, maybe, and then the other arm's just like that. You know what I mean. Okay. That should work. Okay, coolsies. Alright, I just had to add some random buttons to my Twitch. Anyways, we're going to work on the actually, I don't really care that much about the tail. I think I'm pretty happy with the pose, like the vibe of the pose right now. But obviously she's not proportional at the moment. At all, actually. She's just created through vibes. I need to fix it so it feels like a person a little bit more. But yeah. I don't know, something like that for the hands, and then this hand is like that, I think. I don't know, something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Doesn't matter too much. Okay, cool. What if we turn this way? Alright, now we gotta shift quite a number of random things here. Okay, first of all, we gotta shift this one right here over this way, erase this, change this part, and this part, and then have her body be a bit more like this. The hands are such an issue. I can't draw hands properly, man. Something like this is what I'm kind of going with this hand. It's not very natural, but it's good enough at this point in the drawing. Alright. Now we can play around with the mermaid itself. I want my fish to have more meat on the bones. Such a weird way of saying it, but oh well. I'm not incorrect. Yeah, obviously I don't know how fat distribution works. Like, ever. Oh, that sucks. I really need to figure it out. It's ruining my drawings, the fact that I'm just, like, adding fat to random parts of the character instead of like knowing which parts work. Oh, that's so annoying. I really should figure it out, but I'll probably do it on my own time. I'm personally like a fin ear mermaid person compared to a human ear mermaid person. So we're gonna go with that shape instead. Ah, shit. Click some wrong buttons on my thingy-mabobber, my tablet. Boo-doo-boo-doo. Boo-doo-boo-doo. How do mermaid tails even work? Well, I guess it depends on which mermaid, right? I feel like generally speaking it tapers down to like a thinner tail thingy-mabobber at the end. Okay, let's do that as the shape of the tail. Alright, yeah, that's what I thought. The head is way too off right now. And then I'm gonna turn your head slightly. Alright, coolsies. Not horrific. Anyways, alright. On to Beautiful Little Mermaid design time. First of all, I think what we gotta do is, I'm gonna turn this one down real quick. We gotta decide on a theme for the mermaid, like which type of fish we want to do. I feel like a very standard one would be like a koi fish, but also be like actual hell the color of koi fish. A jellyfish could work, honestly. I'll do this funky creature. I don't know what it's called. The sea anemone? I don't know what it is. It's like, anyways, whatever, not the point. Point is, they are pretty and very like bioluminescent, which is kind of cool. Anyways, okay, time for outfit. I feel like because she's underwater, it makes more sense for her skin to be more exposed. However, most of the outfits that I know how to draw are all the ones that are very much not exposed. I don't know. I like cause the more fabric you get, the more like stuff you can put on your clothes, right? Like little details and stuff. But sure. Let's see. Wait, hold on. I'll draw the other, so I have, like, more of a reference of how the boobs look, to some extent. I think this makes sense to me. Alright. I think I want it to be much, like, lower. Like a bit more like this type of top. And then I have no idea how tops work, guys. I don't know how clothes work, like, ever. Well, ain't that annoying? Yes, it is. Extremely annoying. We can do, like, this shape, maybe? Or is that too, like, Honkai Star Rail for us? Oh, my roommate's conscious now. Yeah, I'm never really sure what to do with, mermaids. Or should I base her off like a seashell or something, maybe? Would that make my life easier? Ooh. Wait, hold on. I found this one cool plant. I don't know what the hell it is, but it looks really, really cool. It kind of looks like a broccoli, honestly, but I kind of fuck with it. It's like a type of coral. I feel like corals are honestly pretty solid as inspiration, but I'm actually really bad at designing, like, outfits for, like, mermaids and stuff. I don't know why. Hello. Oh, new hat. Alright, coolsies. Oh, no overlay for the attack. Hold on, let me fix that real quick. Why is nothing working in my life? It's fine. It should be there, so I don't know why it's not. Interesting. Browser source is missing. But Tomato, you're here. Oh, I think I should put... What the fuck? What the Sigmar? Why is it missing? It's like literally right here. Chat, it's like literally right here. It's like lying to me. Hold on, I'll refresh it a bit. This is confusing. Why are you not working? Okay, you know what? I'll just add this again, I guess. Oh, good to know it works now. Alright. I will go back to drawing now. How do people design mermaids? Oh. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna ignore the top for now. Maybe we won't give her a shirt, but that's not the point. The point here is funky coral things. I think having her, like, outfit be based off of, like, corals, or, like, I guess her tail, because her outfit doesn't really matter. Based off of, like, different types of coral would be really cool. And very cute. Actually, I don't really know what type of corals there are. Here, let me just, like, space them out correctly. Okay, I want one big one here, and a couple smaller ones. Not, like, too small, like, maybe this small. This one's this size, and then I can have one down here, and then I can have another one down here. I think that's... Oh, mermaid, okay. Hold on. Let me check. Yes, gorgeous. It's a car. It's a catfish. You catfished me. How could you catfish me on Discord? I'm so saddened. Technically, I'm speaking. I'm not wrong about the catfish. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering, I never did end up figuring out how to change the sound. So I guess we're stuck with this splat cheese sound forever. Honestly, I feel like doing a coral theme might not be the best idea. I'm like not vibing with it right now. I don't know why. I'm just like really not vibing. But like also like what other thing I could do? Do I have to limit it to water? Not really. However, I do like these, like, maybe, like, I don't know what these shapes are, but they're like tentacly thingies. I feel like these guys can work pretty well with it though. This would be a fun shape. Seaweed, bones from your enemy. You know what? It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, sure. I can make her a bonefish theme thing, like mermaid. What else should I do? I don't know. Okay. We can get some very funky organic shapes in here. How's it going? Like the drawing or like existing? Because the drawing's not going well, and existing is also not going well. I don't want to do anything. I'm like so not motivated to do like any of my schoolwork. It's actually tragic. I also had this weird feeling that I'm gonna like run out of ideas soon when I'm drawing these. Like I'm trying to base it like different themes every day, but like I'm really not. It's really not going at all. Actually. What the fuck does somebody do for a mermaid theme? What the hell is this? Would I though? Would I really win? I feel like in my mind it makes more sense for the mermaid to have like their gills or their I don't know what the fuck they call them, scales grow naturally from here. Let's do this shape. And then let's have the tail be a little fancy. Actually, I feel like it makes more sense if I have this guy tilted outwards instead of inwards. More like a little bit more like this. Boop-a-doop-boop. Yeah, I definitely want some like decorations more on the tail, less on the body. Um, However, I have no idea what you said in the first part. Are you trying to say like Egyptian outfit? 'Cause, I don't know, it just spelt strangely. um, English second language, but like also it. I was trying to figure out what you were trying to type. Um, Gems or pearls a pretty good idea. Um, I'm still debating if I should even give her a shirt. Honestly, like that's what my level of like thinking is right now. I'm like, do I really need to give her a shirt? Not really, right? Um, but yeah. Yeah, it's yeah. Egyptian. Let's actually, should we add another little guy here, like the swirlies on this side? Oh my god. See, I thought, I will not lie, when I first saw this prompt list, I was like, this is gonna be easy. But I feel like now the more I'm like into it, I'm like, the more I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I can't come up with like something like new. Um, which is crazy. However, it is still very much fun. I'm just very much also struggling and dying. SOS. Um, what? Okay. No, I don't like that weird swoop. That felt so unnatural. Um, what if we... Okay, I want like... I could do like a shell here or something else. Anyways, not the point. Um, but I kind of wanted to have a bit more like a flow to it. So maybe I can have like, this thingy. Maybe her shirt isn't actually a shirt, but just some like random ass like thing that just manages to cover her boobs. Maybe that's the vibe. Golden color, interesting. I will take that into account. I'm not even thinking about color right now. I'm still thinking about the actual like shape of the character. um I actually kind of like the fact that I have this like ribbon thing going around, but I don't like the fact that it's just like a regular ass ribbon right now, and I feel like it should be like something, you know? Like seaweed or something in the sea. I feel like it would be a little better. Or it could just be a giant ass eel. Nope, that's weird. Um, that idea was very much shut down instantly. Anyways. However, I do know that they have these like funky bony. I kind of want to add maybe like a funky bony structure to it. Like this part. like that a little bit more. Big ass colorful seaweed. Yeah. Or I can have like the shape of it like completely slightly changed. Like I have this one reference, I think it's somebody else's drawing of like a bunch of like sea like corals and stuff. And I think it'd be kind of cool if we had like some type of coral thing going on here. But also since like coral is kind of just like bones in my head, I feel like coral is just a bunch of bones. It's like a graveyard. So I kind of want the plant or the quote unquote seaweed thing to kind of have that bony feeling to it. Cause then it would also look kind of cool because it's very like flowy in terms of like the shape of it, but also it's like very like stiff in terms of material. And I feel like that would make it very interesting to look at. Oh, nice. Okay. Coral are just bones. So tragic. Truly, all we are destroying is the lives of, or I guess the cemetery of many, many creatures. Yeah, I'm debating if I kind of want the tail itself to be like ripped a little bit because I think it looks kind of cool. Truly, my way of designing things is what looks cool. And then I just kind of take it from there. Okay, and I'm gonna just have a couple of pieces sticking out here. Like that, I think, is the correct option. Joink. Bloop. Joink. Bloop. 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 Joink. Joink. Bloop. Okay. Anemones that look like feathers. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was thinking about it, and then I was like, I feel like I already have a couple of flower-themed, like, characters already, so I'm, like, hesitant on using it again. Because I feel like feathers is a very easy thing to just fall back on when designing because they're really easy to use. So I'm trying to avoid like flower shaped things too much. Which is also why I'm not too happy about the fact that I'm using like ribbons again because I also fall back on ribbons a lot when designing things. Because it is really easy to like just kind of make things with ribbons if you have no idea what else to add to a drawing. But if you rely too much on it, then I'm like, you know, it'll get repetitive at one point, and I don't know. How about we don't judge the anatomy of a mermaid? But I guess so. I personally have never really thought about how mermaids were born. I've just seen them more with like a belly button than without a belly button. So I don't really know how mermaid births would work. I mean, I guess it would make more sense for them to be like laid as eggs, but you know, then there's no point in the belly button. But also, like, a human without a belly button does look kind of weird. So you kind of gotta compromise on design and logic a little tiny bit. I will steal the sea grapes though. I do think the sea grapes would be cool to add as like small details around places. I don't want to add too much on the top. Or mermaids, mammals. I don't know. Usually whenever you see like mermaids in like media, it's like I don't know if you see them with like nipples and stuff. I don't know, it's just like not ever been a thing I thought of. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about you just thinking that just casually, but you know what? To each their own. I might add a string of sea grapes around here. Sea grapes are basically like pearls in my head. Let's do bloop bloop bloop. Yeah, we can do like something like that. Will it be bald? I do not want it to be bald. No, that is not intended. That is not what I have intended. I've just not gotten around to the head yet. I like to avoid the head until like near the end, when drawing. Yeah, I did the hands wrong here. This is also not exactly correct, but I will take it. Oh, I also found this really cool material in the art store today. It's like a wax pastel crayon, like kind of thing. But it's also water soluble, so I think you can like draw it out and then you can put water on top of it and it'll kind of act like a mix of like crayon and also watercolor, which I think would be really cool to test out. So I will be trying that later on my own time. Cause I'm extremely curious about what would happen if I did that. But yeah. Anyways, on to hair. Because she will have hair. Honestly, I kind of like this mermaid design. I think it's like the only like half decent mermaid design I've ever made. Which isn't saying much because most of my mermaid designs are debatable at best. Let me see if I could actually find one of them. Let me pull up with my old mermaid designs. If I can find one. I like never draw mermaids though, so I don't really know if I even have any. Let me check. I think I've like drawn mermaids like maybe like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, they're not something that I particularly enjoy drawing. Let me see. Do I even have any mermaid drawings? I feel like I should. Like, in my head, I should have some. But, like, I'm, like, trying to, like, look through my old art. I have, like, hundreds of these drawings. No, that was mermaid themed, but she doesn't have a tail. So I can't really call that a mermaid drawing. You don't have a tail. You don't have tails. None of you guys have tails. Why none of you fuckers have tails? Ah, okay, so none on here. She looks like she's Greek with all the grapes. Maybe she is. Maybe she is. Okay, maybe she is. You wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I should know. Do I actually not have, like, a singular mermaid drawing? Hold on. This is actually kind of crazy. There's no fucking way I never drew a mermaid before. Like, in my head, I believe that I've drawn a mermaid before. However, I've yet to find proof that I've drawn a mermaid before. What? Wait, hold on. 2024 folder? I don't think I have anything in 2024 that's a mermaid, right? Yeah, no, I draw angels more. No mermaids here. Huh. Oh, yes, I do have one mermaid. Wait, hold on. I found her. I was gonna say, I do remember drawing a mermaid at one point. Anyways, here, give me a second. Let me send it over to my laptop. Anyways. Cute angels mostly. I'm not particularly one for, be not afraid angels. Copy image. Okay, first of all, excuse the scuff coloring in this drawing, but I was just trying to figure out how to, like, draw, with, like, a limited color palette. Bad idea, by the way. This is not a good drawing. But yeah, like, my mermaid drawings were, like, really simple. Like, they just had, like, a funky looking tail, and then, like, regular scales, and, like, no detail. Like, there's nothing going on there. But yeah, that's, like, the extent of my mermaid drawings. I think that might just, like, literally be the only mermaid drawing I have. I genuinely don't think I ever draw mermaids with tails. Like, I have, like, things that are themed after, like, water and stuff, but I never, like, have, like, a mermaid. Yeah, like, I know, like, which ones are mermaids, but, like, they're not, like, actually mermaids. Like, here, let me just put an image source here. Here. Like, I also have, like, this drawing, right? It's not, like, there's no tail in the mermaid part, but, like, I know that she was inspired by, like, as a mermaid character, because of the way that I drew the ears. Usually if I draw, like, mermaid characters, I have them have these, like, fin ears, but, you know, there's not body in the mermaid. There's literally just side profile, because honestly I just drew it for the side profile. I will not lie. I'm not smart. I needed some way to, like, draw the side profile, so I was like, okay, let's experiment on this. And then I also have, hold on, I have another one. Okay, she's not, like, a mermaid themed one, but she has, like, the next two are just gonna be, like, water themed characters. Again, I genuinely do not draw, like, I don't enjoy drawing, side profiles often, so every so often I will try to draw a side profile. This is, like, one from 2024? Yeah, 2024, at the start of the school year. And this one I just wanted to play around with texture, but it's not mermaid theme per se. And then, let's see if I don't fucking know. And then I have this one, which is also not necessarily mermaid theme. I wanted to make a design for the clothes, but it's like, those are, like, the closest you're getting to mermaid in my drawings. Like, I really just don't draw them often. So obviously mermaid is not a thing that I participate in every year, or at all, actually. Anyways, back to, oh, back to the actual mermaid thing. Oh, I was using the wrong side of the brush. I was wondering why it was doing that. Anyways, yeah. Uh, Also, if you can't tell, I have a habit of going straight to the blunt bangs out of every type of hairstyle. My favorite one is just blunt bangs, because it's also the ones that I have, and it's easier to draw when you literally have to stare at yourself in the mirror with the fucking blunt bangs all the time. But yes, very kawaii. La 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 la. I'm debating if I want her to have like long or short hair. Alright. Have fun doing whatever you gotta do. No, I feel like that's not mystical, magical enough as a hairstyle. I don't want to cover up her ears though. That's the thing. Because I feel like I want to give her like pigtails and stuff. But I feel like it would like cover up the ears too much. So I gotta like find other solutions, chat. I can have it like where one side is just like long hair and then the other side is like short hair. But that does also mean I might have to change the bangs a little bit. Wow, I never draw this type of bang. It's because it makes it look like they have a middle part. Anyways, what if we have like, I'm gonna maybe make like one side of her hair much longer than the other side. Which if I tried to do this with my actual hair, it would look horrific because I have really, really thick hair and also a lot of hair, so it just doesn't work. I feel like if you had like thin hair, like this type of hairstyle would work better because your hair actually like falls the way you want it to. Let's erase the face again. Okay. I kind of want her like bangs to actually go much longer. Hello, you have returned. the cheese has returned. Oh, hydrate, okay. Beep 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 beep. I can't tell if I've decided to actually stick with this type of hairstyle, but we're gonna go with it for now until I decide that I actually fucking hate it, which will also be soon, but when drawing, truly things like this happens a lot. I don't know if I like the bangs. Yeah, I definitely don't. But it's fine. Okay, let's go with this for now. And then I'll probably change it later. Let's go with this, maybe? I'm not particularly satisfied with the hair, but other than that, I'm pretty, like, happy with the rest of the design. I just am not fucking with the hair right now. I'm, like, really not. Oh well. What can I do? Not much. Not much. Okay, let me tilt this backwards. Alright. And then... No. Okay, I think this looks better. I think she didn't need, like, front, like, bangs that cover the whole forehead, but more, like, hair vents. Very incorrect ways of describing these things. However, I also have no idea what the correct way is, so we're gonna go with this. La 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 la. Alright, let's go with, now we just gotta draw her eyes. We can, okay. Sorry, I'm slightly EP'd. Let's see. Oh, there's gonna be ad break in 2 minutes. I don't know if y'all can see in the chat. Does that show? I swear I made it so that it'll show that you guys will be able to see that. Okay, whatever. Oh, wait, no, you guys get a 1 minute ahead, like, thing, maybe. I don't know. Anyways. What should I do? What should I do? Ah! Oh, right, the eyes. I'm trying to figure out how I wanted to do the eyes. Does she need eyes? Don't answer that. Does she want eyes? I don't know. I feel like whenever I think of like more fantasy creatures, I always draw their eyes like much more like squinty. Like much more like sharper. You know, compared to like a regular eye where I'm like, okay, here, you can have like more eye. Okay, wait, hold on. Where's my... Haha. There we go. Oopsies. Let's change it to Legend of Zelda. I will search that up because I have literally no idea what that looks like. I've never played Legend of Zelda. Give me a second. Or any of the Zelda games. Interesting. You guys are probably stuck in an ad break. Hold on. Sorry. Am I though? Nah. That's fine. I don't think I want to do that one. What if I just like cover the eyes and then just erase things from it? Oh, you're not yet. It says ads starting soon, except I have like no trust in the system. So I don't know what that means. It says there'll be an ad soon on my ad manager thing, but it's not starting. Never mind. Apparently ad break is in progress on my end. It's fine. Anyways, welcome back from the ad break. Turns out they also have like basically, you know how I have like a couple second delays on my end compared to like what you guys see? It also happens the same with the ads. So I could see like when the ads are gonna happen, but there'll be like a delay between like my existence and when the actual ads like on my side when it says the ads will start and then when the ads start on your end. Which is interesting. But anyways, I've decided that I'll keep the eyes like kind of like whatever, just the regular shapes that I usually do. I'm just gonna change the sclera into the dark part, because I think it'd be cool if I did that. Or I could just not have a sclera at all, and then she could just be like blind. But anyways, that's kind of mainly how I wanted it to look. in my head, she's much more of a deep sea creature. I feel like mermaids are definitely much more deep sea instead of like shallow. Like they're definitely not a surface creature, which means that their eyes have to be like much darker, and so it's harder for them to adapt to the light. Do I want to give her eyebrows? Not particularly, but we're just gonna add it anyways. For now. But yeah, I kind of fuck with this design. I like it. Anyways, so this is like the general design for her. Now we just gotta clean her up, which is the part that I hate the most. Alright, see you later. Bye bye. Okay. Would in a wild crocodile be the correct response to that? I don't know. Would that assume that they're a crocodile? Why am I early? It's cause I don't know. Okay, I was gonna fix my wig today, right? But then I realized I need to wash out the yes, in a wild crocodile. Okay. But I realized I needed to wash out the hairspray from my previous attempt at styling the wig. But then I think I might have broke the hairdryer. And now I'm like waiting for the wig to dry, but like I also need to make dinner later, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll stream in the meantime. Yeah. I'm early because during Inktober there will not be any consistency in my streaming schedule. It'll truly be whenever I feel like. I wear wigs like as in like for cuz Comic-Con's this weekend. So you know, there's like I kind of got to like yeah. Yeah. Um Wig brackets cosplay, not wig casual wear. Um Do you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs? Anyways. I will not lie, my tablet is like slowly falling down my leg, and I'm like drawing like sideways right now. But it's okay. It's okay. Like it looks fine on the screen, but in person, like I have this like tablet that's like slowly falling off my like table as I draw, which is kind of funny to look at, but it's okay. I haven't really bothered to finish my cosplay. I'm like cooked, but I also have like no motivation to finish it either. What's a girl to do? Suffer. Like, I know I need to finish it like soon, but like I have like no energy or motivation to do it, so oh well. Tomorrow's class I have to go to the Museum of Natural History, which will be interesting. And we gotta draw the whole time we're there, which may or may not be like 5 hours, which will be so fun. And I'm so excited. I love just drawing. However, I do think might like die a little at one point in the drawings process. But it's fine because I have a whole 6 hours to draw tomorrow. Yippee! This is what I find as entertainment on my end. God damn it, Blick. Also, art supplies are so expensive to buy. Like, I'm actually like dying. Like, why is it so expensive to buy art supplies in this household? Ugh. It's okay. It's truly okay though. Me 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 meow. Okay, success. I'm thinking of making braised like chicken wings today for dinner. So I have like the chicken wings marinating right now, but I'm like debating if I want to like go over there and just like shake the chicken. Because I live in fear that the chicken will not marinate properly. Because I've never done it before. So I kind of may or may not have just thrown soy sauce and like ginger and shit into like a plastic bag and threw the chicken in there and then shook it. But don't worry, I have washed the chicken and I have shoved it in salt water. So I think we should be good. Possibly. Unless the chicken decides it hates me, and then maybe then we will not be so good. However, at the moment, as I am aware, we are still good with the chicken. And I can't really test it because I only have like 3 chicken wings, so it's not like I can like cook one, eat it, and then try like the others. So that'll be fun. However, I do need to make rice later as well. So I will make the rice after I finish this stream, and then I'll cook the chicken after as well. Because I think that's how it works. Oh my god, this is gonna take a while to clean up. I may have underestimated the suffering that I have to endure for this drawing. Fuck. Kill myself. Why did I do this? I hate everything. God. Anyways. No struggles here, chat. None at all. Also, why do so many manhwas just decide to like put like a cult or religion in as like the main enemy? Like, how do we always fall back onto cults at one point in the story? Oh well, it's fine. It's like entertaining to read, but also like, god damn, there's so many fucking cults. Like, maybe people should just like get on it and like maybe stop creating cults in these stories. Why can't we fight against other things? Why does everything always end up being some stupid ass cult's fault at the end, and then you have to like slowly battle your way up? Anyways, if I sound like a lunatic, it's fine. Speaking of lunatic, there was also this other manhwa that I was reading. I think it was I'm a Scarecrow, where like the game they are like playing it, like it's like a video game based one where like they're in like an RPG. Anyways, it's a I feel like it's a very normal genre to read. But the game itself is called Lunatic, and I think that's so stupid, but also like I kind of love it. Like imagine naming your game like Lunatic. It being like it's like spaced out, so it's like Luna, like moon, and then like space tick, like TIC. So it is like literally spelled lunatic, but it's really funny because like when you read the descriptions for the series, because you know how like some series they have like summaries and stuff before you like get into it. Not that I give a shit. It's like they don't do the hyphen. So you just read it as the game Lunatic, and you're like, what the fuck? But it's a good series. It's very fun. I was very entertained by it. It does not have enough chapters though, so I need to like let it marinate. Before I can go back to it. But you know, it's fun. I recommended it to my club members. They are very much ignoring me. But you know, that's normal. Honestly, I feel like I'm at the point where it's harder for me to draw when looking at the tablet. Not like on the iPad, but I mean like for when I'm drawing digitally. I feel like I like don't have as precise control sometimes when I'm staring at my my tablet, which is crazy. But also like it's like some things I have to stare at my tablet for to draw because it's like too specific. But a lot of the times I feel like with the bigger details and stuff I could just like stare straight at my screen, which is pretty good. I don't really have good hand-eye coordination, so this is like crazy to me. I guess my literal ability to do anything only comes from what I'm drawing. Because God forbid, whenever we did like anything with like hand-eye coordination in gym class, I was like actually like dying. Like, oh my god, it was actually tragic. But honestly, it wasn't too bad. Cause then I did some observational drawing, and then I feel like it got better from there. But no, I cannot catch a ball. Ever. In tennis. Or volleyball. Or like any other game, honestly. I cannot sport. I fear sport is just does not mesh with me at all. But it is kind of funny to see. Bro, my AC is way too high. I don't actually know what it's set at because it's in like it's in Fahrenheit and I don't really know what the fuck Fahrenheit is. I can't read it. Like I can't understand. Like I can't just like straight up convert Fahrenheit into Celsius. So I don't actually know what my temperature is set at. It says 70. How much is 70 Fahrenheit to Celsius? Oh, it's 21 degrees. Not the best, but also not the worst. I'll take it. Okay, let me just clean up the hair a tiny bit, and then I think we're good with the cleanup. Cause I'm too lazy to make it like completely like clean line art, but I also do want to like clean it up at least a little bit, you know? Okay, I think that should be good. Alright, let's go with enclose and fill. Maybe this will work, maybe it won't. It worked, somehow. Oh, I see the problem here. Forgot to close up this section. Whoopsies, my bad. Really? Why? Why won't you fill? Okay, well, that's weird. Anyways. Deselect, wand. Oops. Designs like this that are more complicated are honestly so annoying sometimes to erase things from, because like why do you hate me? Why is this so fucking annoying? What the fuck? Hold on. Ah. Okay, is that it? Please tell me that's it. Didn't miss any random spots, right? Technically, well, I'll just use the eraser tool then for some of these spots. You know what? I will take this as what it is. I think that's fine. Alright, let's lock the layer and then change the color. Let's change it to red, maybe. No? Fuck. Okay, cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. Let's gradient it. Fuck it. No. Why? Why won't you work? Okay. Or I can go down like a green route. Is green the better option, or is red the better option? Or I can just mix them. Who really cares? Not me. Alright, let's go with this. Okay, wait. Well, I have to get it darker, but... Wait, no, I'd have to fill this thing in with green. Green first. And then I will have to go down to purple and then just swoop in the purple from here and then swoop in a bit from here. And I think that should be good for the color for the background. Alright, and now we can fill in the rest of the colors. Which somebody said golden earlier, so I think we're gonna go with that for these guys. The little tendrils. And also maybe the eyes. Let's go with that for the eyes as well. Be right back. I'm gonna go squish some raw chicken real quick. That chicken. Are you marinating correctly? The chicken is now in the room because I've decided that if I'm gonna play around with the chicken, I might as well bring it in here as well, so I can, you know, just squish the chicken while I'm here. It probably won't. It's not bad to just leave out food for a while, in my humble opinion. Let's have her skin to be like a little bit more gray, yellowy kind of color. I feel like if you were oh, here you are. Meow. Okay. That works. I feel like if you are underwater, you won't get any sunlight. I'm assuming this fishy creature thing is this mermaid thingy is a like deep water, like a deep sea mermaid, not like a I'm going to bathe in the sun and wait for Prince Eric or some bullshit to like come drown and then I go pick him up and then I lose my voice because I made a deal with a sea witch, or you know what I'm talking about, right? Basically not a little mermaid, but like more of like a witchy mermaid. Yeah, I actually haven't watched The Little Mermaid in a while, so I actually have no idea if I'm recounting the plot correctly, but we will go with it. Now, what other colors can I give my cutiful Little Mermaid? Obviously, we're going with some purple, because I think that is very cute. Ooh, fuck. Off. Let's add some purple to this. I think this adding a little bit of purple on this part is quite nice. However, I do think it might make the gold stand out a little too much, and it's very regal looking. So instead, we will actually change it so that the purple is also a smaller accent-like color right over here. Which means we still don't have a main color for this thing. Ha ha ha. But that's fine. Probsies. All right, let's go. Nah. Let's do like a main color as like more of a green. I feel like I should have like a different shade of green for the tail though. Nope, darker. Yes, let's go with that. And then green hair again? Green hair and pronouns? No, okay. Let's go with purple for the hair. Why? Because I said so. Sometimes there are thoughts behind the drawing. Sometimes there's just vibes and what I want the drawing to look like. So, you know. Pick your poison, truly. Okay. What should we do about the pearls? We can do more purple. No, green. They're sea grapes. So I'm gonna keep them with their canon colors of green. I kind of want to bite into a sea grape, but I know they're like definitely not sweet. They look sweet. They're most likely salty as fuck. But whatever. Not my problem. Alright, coolsies. And then just for the mouth, we're just gonna quickly brush in the color for the mouth. I will try to quickly brush in the color for the mouth. Mouth. Me no English. Me no Inglés. Okay, that should be fine. Ah, shh. I still consider this part of Cute Girl-tober because I find this cute as a design. Okay, so before anybody comes at me, Okay, I should probably change the color actually. I'm really not fucking with this as a shading color. Give me a second. Okay, that works probably a bit better. Oh yeah, sorry for how silent this stream is. I'm just mostly trying to work. So I'm a little locked in and I keep forgetting that I'm actually still very much streaming. But yeah. I'm curious about this one way somebody tried to do colors and stuff. Hold on, let me just undo this, and then if I lock this guy in here. Or actually, let's just merge this guy down. Clipper. And then turn this down a bit. Layer, correction layer. Wait, hold on. Layer, correction layer. Hue, saturation, luminosity. Okay, let's just change it that. And then let's just clip you down to this part, and then we can edit the hue, saturation and stuff. Okay, here we go. So I can shift the hue over to, let's go a warmer tone. Saturation, we can, ooh. Okay, I'm gonna actually turn the saturation up a little tiny bit and turn the luminosity much higher. Or much lower? Much higher. High or low? Ooh. No, I'll change it still to multiply. Okay. I will take that. And then let's do a second multiply layer because I'm not particularly satisfied with the first multiply layer. I feel like there's definitely parts that can be darker, especially around right here. This section, I feel like as a whole should be a tad bit darker. Or actually, let's just turn this off and then let's go GG for the other layers, and that should turn this whole section to darker. Yep, okay. And then I'm gonna lock this, and then I'm gonna gradient it over from this side. It's gonna be darker, and then this side is gonna be completely light. And then that should make this part much more pronounced. And then I'm gonna just change this layer to also be a bit darker by turning the luminosity down a bit and then clipping it down to this part and then merging it down. Alright, and now onto highlights, which will be the screen tone, the screen layer, because I prefer using the screen layer to do highlights. But I feel like it gives me a bit more control than layers like add. However, it's not good for like this like kind of like gold situation that I'm trying to do here. But it is good for like regular coloring. Okay, let's just do that. And then let's just, okay. God, I hate, this is why I hate drawing like things like gold. You gotta add too much like bullshit to it. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to make it believable, but like, you know, just like something a little bit more shiny. Like, obviously this is very much not the color of gold, but what can I do? Not much. That's for sure. You know what? Not bad. I think this turned out fine. I'm okay with it. Alright. Time for backdrop. Actually, I feel like because she's like a mermaid, I just might just do a bunch of circles, like bubbles. Alright, I think that is good for today's stream. Anyways, that'll be all from me today. Thank you for coming to the stream. I'm EB. And I also need to make dinner. So yeah, that is it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, that's it from me. Bye bye. I will see you tomorrow.